And that is really, you know, it's a real good thing to be getting into, and understanding how to actually put a raw meal together. It's really quite interesting because it sounds, you know, people who are not vegetarian, whatever, it sounds really boring. But go and have some raw food, you'll be shocked. Everything's so bloody tasty, you don't even realise it's raw or whatever it is. So, you know. Raw milk. And that's that.
Did I do good?
Raw milk. 100% raw. So what Leo's saying is he gets his raw milk. I'm a vegan, so don't even understand.
All the enzymes, everything is there. That's right. So, especially people like extra and asthma, it's perfect.
So that.
Arthritis as well.
Yeah. So maybe we need to stipulate raw vegan workshops, huh? Because that's fantastic to hear that raw milk. Very important piece of.
I highly recommend this lady's raw food. I was up there last week and it was absolutely awesome. Honestly, what an incredible meal.
Yeah, definitely. We did our first workshop we did with Patricia's and we were all blown away with. So yeah, it really is something to join and get in, even just as another little culinary dish that you can put together. You know, you can really shock people with, and then say that it's raw, they'd be very shocked. Raw spaghetti and you raw this and that. Wow, raw vegan. So yeah, we will still be doing that. It's very important that we keep coming together. We're looking for other people who want to offer some kind of workshops. I mean, we're doing a lot of, I'm doing the gardening with people, herbalism. I've now set up a herbalism course that is basically online really, and my dream is actually I'm not wanting to do a herbalism course because I need to find new herbalists because there's not a lot of herbalists. When I was at university they actually started cutting it because the pharmaceutical companies don't want herbalists doing the alternatives, so they stopped funding the universities. So now you can't get degree courses, so there's a lack of alternative therapies. So I'm a herbalist, so I would love to be sharing anything I know with people with the view of people also becoming herbalists and sharing, because otherwise a lot of these trainees and skills are dying. We can't let them die. We've got Lorraine who did the opening, with the breathing. She is Ayurvedic. So she does all the Indian. So there's a lot of, again, and we've got the alternative group, health practitioners group within the tribe. There's another offshoot group called health practitioners, and a lot of those. So it's not only just like the sound bath. I'm sure they will give lessons in this. There's courses. We've got to all start getting into these things because it is the future. We need to start clearing and cleaning ourselves. And we can do this by following a lot of what I've sadly named as alternatives, but they're actually, a lot of them are so old that, you know, the pharmaceutical is the alternative. And if you think about the yoga, for instance, how old is yoga? Chinese medicines, I mean, all these things are so old, so even terminology now, it is not the alternative. These are the originals, and we need to start energising ourselves these ways, because if we're sort of thinking pharmaceuticals are the way to go, and we're not really, our energy won't be in the alternatives. We need to be 100% within these things to be able to pick them up. You know, we need to now embrace everything with full intent now, because talk is very cheap, and we've learned now through the English language that the cheap talk entraps every single little part of us. I'm finding it's not only English, maybe it's within the Latin language. The language is entrapping us. So we've got to really start being mindful of what we're saying, how we're saying, what we're doing, what we're thinking. All of these things is all energy. And got onto this last time, that's all energy. And all of these energies are going out there and they come back. You know, there's such a thing as karma. It is real. Don't think it's not. Whatever you put out, you will get back. Whatever you put in, you will get back. Whatever you plant, you will reap. It's all these things. You know, we've got to now start even reading more, researching, really research where the actual paper came from, maybe, let's say. If you're looking at a research paper, look a bit deeper, look to see who's funded that research paper. Because it's no good having, for instance, the dairy milk company coming and saying that raw milk is not good for you, because that's what they'll do. The dairies will come and say exactly that. So, you know, research and look into who's done the research, look who's funding the researcher.
Push it up.
On that note, my research, I've done a 3-year research on basically exchanging meds and drugs for food, basically. And I went through, there were a couple of sick people in my family, and I got all kinds of allergies and some kind of problem in my bowel and joint problems as well. Doctors, the doctors are pill pushers. They gave me drugs. You know, nothing worked. So I started my research. University didn't help at all, and so I started parallel research. And I got rid of all the problems I had with an elimination process protocol. I eliminated everything from my diet and left as basic water, salt, and some eggs and some meat. Eliminated everything. And after I eliminated everything, the problems went away. So then I started to reincorporate things, and see if something was poisoning me, I didn't know what it was. Everyone is different, right? So for me that worked, but what worked was this 3-year research. The 2 most important findings were the seed oils, and we used to use it for oiling the engines, and we use cotton oil, whale oil to light up the candles. And 200 years ago, after the Industrial Revolution, we changed the seed oils chemical composition to make it edible, but that is very easy to oxidize the seed oils. Opposite, inversely to fruit oils like avocado or these green olives. Yeah, fruit oils are good. Fats are better because they tolerate. The smoking point is better. So, but the point is, eliminated seed oils completely, 100%. All the seed oils eliminated. Sugar, industrial sugar, which food in the supermarket, everything is perfectly thought to give us this. There's a term that we call bliss point. It's the combination of sugar, fat, and sugar, fats, and salt. There's a perfect combination in grams of that will give you like a dose of probably heroin or something like that. So, and it will make you crave for more every 2 hours. So sugar gone, seed oils gone, eliminated everything except the basic, and all the symptoms were gone. And the point is, this 3-year research, I found that basically the mother of all chronic disease is insulin resistance, which is the overdose of sugars in the body. The body can just start, basically there are a couple of 3, 4, 5 cells in the body that they need sugar to function. If you don't get that sugar from the environment, from food, then the body will break down protein, amino acid called lactate, and it will turn it into glucose sugar, right? And then it will use that from the protein, will use the glucose to feed these 4 or 5 cells that need the sugar. So what I'm saying is sugar, glucose, is not essential for life, because if you don't eat it, the body will produce it from protein. So if you need proteins and fat, then you can live perfectly as long as you are supposed to live. That doesn't mean that you don't eat sugars. Just mean don't overeat sugars, because the body, sugar is basically energy. It's a micronutrient. The body can take so much energy when you feed it. So that part is, anyway. With that, I made the research necessary for a couple of sick people in my family, and I was successful taking them out of medications and pre-diabetes, neurodegenerative diseases like lower the symptoms from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and most chronic diseases. The symptoms just go all the way down if you eliminate all these things.
I actually want to concur there, because I used it to get rid of arthritis.
Arthritis?
Within 3 days it was gone. They were going to put me in a wheelchair within 5 years, and I am here 20 odd years later, nothing wrong.
It worked, yeah.
Amazing.
Well, I just wanted to share that story, but that was great.
Yeah, thank you.